Good morning, dear children. Can we start? Till where we studied previous class? Previous class, I think AS we started, right? AS, it has two components, consumption, expenditure and saving. Consumption, expenditure, it starts from autonomous consumption. Slope of consumption curve is marginal propensity to consume. It has two propensities, means consumption has two propensities, APC and MPC. It depends upon the level of income. That and all completed. Then we started saving. It has three situations: positive saving, negative saving and break-even point. Break-even point. Till here we completed. Then tendency to save has two parts, that is average propensity to save and marginal propensity to save. This also we started, I think, anyway. These two terms indicated total saving and income, or saving and income. If we consider average propensity to save, we can say the ratio between APS shows the ratio between total saving and total income. Graphical representation of APS, we studied saving curve is an upward sloping curve. So we need saving curve for APS. This part shows minus C dash, or we can say autonomous saving. This is autonomous saving. Dissaving. Dissaving shows income is less than consumption. Here break-even point, here income is equal to consumption. This part positive saving, income is greater than consumption. Okay. Then APS, OY level shows total income. Suppose OP shows total consumption. Then APS we can give like this. Suppose I am giving here Y dash. This is total level of consumption. Y dash. So not consumption, total level of saving, that is Y dash divided by total level of income is OY. This is average propensity to save. Okay. Till here I think we have completed. Homework also most of the students you did. I am very happy. Then next one, MPS, marginal propensity to save. Marginal propensity to save shows here also ratio between total saving, ratio between saving and investment, but here additional, that is why additional saving and additional income. The ratio between additional saving and additional income gives additional level of propensity to save. So additional saving we can give delta S. Additional income we can give delta Y. So delta S by delta Y shows marginal propensity to save. Okay. For example, if income increase from 500 crore to rupees 800 crore, and saving increase from 200 to 300. What is the additional level of saving? From here we are getting, so additional level of saving we can write MPS is equal to delta S by delta Y. We have to find out what is delta S. Suppose this is our question. Okay. We have to find out MPS. Try to find out what is delta S. So saving is 200 to increase from 200 to 300. So what is additional saving? Delta S is equal to difference between new level of saving and initial level of saving. So 300 minus 200, that is 100 by additional level of income we have to find out, that is 800 minus 500, that is 300. Then substitute delta S is 100 divided by 300. So 1 by 3. 0 is there, okay. So MPS is 1 by 3, that is equal to 0.3. That means we can say 30% of additional income is to be saved. This is MPC. Okay. So graphical representation, how we can represent graphically this MPS. Next one, graphical representation of MPS. What is MPS? Marginal propensity to save. For graphical representation, we need saving curve. Okay. Here saving. Here we are taking income, level of income or GDP or national income. Then we need a saving curve. Suppose this is our saving curve. You just mark break-even point here. Saving is equal to 0. Only this much enough. Then we need initial level of income and initial level of consumption. Sorry, initial level of saving. I am giving S star. Initial level of income is OY and initial level of saving is OS star. Till here okay? then we have to represent additional level of saving. For that we need additional level of income, then only we can save from the additional level of income. So suppose additional level of income is OY dash and additional level of saving OS dash. So this is OS dash is additional level of saving, OY dash is additional level of income. Otherwise we can say Y dash shows additional level of income. So same we can take here also. Suppose AB, line AB shows delta Y, and this one S star S dash shows additional level of saving. Like that we can take BC shows additional level of saving. So that is delta S. This shaded part shows MPS. This is MPS. MPS is equal to delta S by delta Y, or vertical changes divided by horizontal changes, that means slope. So we can consider MPS is the slope of saving curve. MPC is slope of consumption curve, noted down. MPC is slope of consumption curve, like that. MPS is slope of saving curve. Highlight these 2 points. Here we are getting one more question like this. What is the slope of saving curve? We can say MPS, because this MPS shows the ratio between additional saving and additional income. So this is a graphical representation of MPS. It's very easy. You just draw a saving curve first of all. Okay. Then initial level of income we need. Here level of income. Initial level of income that extended to saving part, that is initial level of saving. Initial level of saving. Then a new level of income, that is Y dash. From there new level of saving, that is S dash. Then from here to here, this is additional level of income and this is additional level of saving. This part shows the slope of saving curve. Okay, this is the slope of saving curve. Okay. I think you understood. Numerical example. This is graphical representation. Then next topic, derivation of, it's very important, derivation of saving function. Derivation of saving function from consumption function. Saving function from consumption function. Listen carefully. We are going to derive saving function or saving equation from consumption function. For this we need consumption function. We studied what is consumption function? Functional relationship between income and consumption. Like that, what is saving function? Functional relationship between income and saving. Okay. Then we should know, from here we got an equation, that is C is equal to C dash plus B Y. C dash shows autonomous consumption, B shows MP, C, and Y shows level of income. Already we studied this and all. In order to derive saving function, we need consumption function or consumption equation, because we are deriving saving function from consumption equation. Then from where we can start? Previous classes we studied some important formula. So first one, AD. AD is equal to C plus I. Daily you should revise these formula, then only you will get which one is related to the concept, we can take that one. Okay, AD is equal to C plus I, or we can write Y is equal to C plus I. Next, related to AS. AS is equal to C plus S, or we can take Y is equal to C plus S. I am taking this formula for derivation of saving curve, because here saving is there, level of income is there, level of consumption is there. So this I am taking for derivation of saving equation or saving function. Okay, so first you should write Y is equal to C plus S. Then what we need? Yes, we are going to derive saving. That's why just arrange the formula. S is equal to, how we can write? Y minus C. Till here, okay? Okay, S is equal to Y minus C. Next, what we are going to do? We are substituting consumption function here, or consumption equation. Okay, instead of C, we can substitute consumption equation. S is equal to Y, I am copying Y, then minus, instead of C, I am substituting consumption equation. Consumption equation is C dash plus B Y. Okay, so what I did, first I have taken one formula, Y is equal to C plus S. From there, just arrange S is equal to Y minus C. Next one, substituting consumption equation for C. Like this we are getting. Next I am going to open the bracket. How I will get? I get like this, Y minus into C dash, that is minus C dash. Next, minus into plus BY, that is minus BY. Just open the bracket, minus into C dash and minus into BY. That's a minus C dash minus BY. Next, I am taking Y and minus BY. Okay, y minus by. Y is common, right? So I can write here y by y minus by y, that is 1 minus by. So I can write like this, minus c dash, then what is there, 1 minus by. 1 minus b into y means here sign is plus, so plus 1 minus by. This is our saving equation. So we derived saving equation from consumption equation. You just try to do like this. First you have to take the formula y is equal to c plus s. Then from there make formula for saving, that is s is equal to y minus c. Substituting consumption equation, we are getting like this, y minus c dash plus by. Then I am taking out y and minus by. This we can write like this, 1 minus by. So finally we are getting saving equation like this, s is equal to minus c dash plus 1 minus by. This is our saving function or saving equation. Our consumption equation or consumption function is c is equal to c dash plus by. Okay, b shows mpc, or we can write 1 minus mpc into y. Okay, like this we can derive saving function from consumption function. Once more, you should start with me. First you have to write one formula. You have to take one formula that should include C, level of consumption, because we are deriving saving curve from consumption function. So we need level of consumption, level of saving, then both concept depends upon the level of income. So we can take formula y is equal to C plus S. Then next S is equal to y minus C. What is the next step? Substituting consumption equation. Substituting consumption equation. Then we are getting S is equal to y minus dash, sorry, consumption function is C dash plus by. Okay, then open the bracket, again S is equal to y minus into C dash minus C dash, then minus into plus by, that is minus by. We have to arrange the equation, that's why I am taking out y and minus by, y minus by, we can write 1 minus b into y. So S is equal to, this I am taking minus C dash, then plus 1 minus by, or we can write minus C dash plus 1 minus mpcy. This is our saving equation. Okay. Next, we can derive saving curve from consumption curve. We can derive saving curve from consumption curve. I think you understood this one. Derivation of this, the heading is derivation of saving function or saving equation from consumption equation. For that we are taking the formula y is equal to c plus s. From here we reached s is equal to minus c dash plus 1 minus b y. Next one, graphical representation of saving function or saving curve from consumption curve. How we can derive saving curve from consumption curve? Here also we need a consumption curve. So first panel I am taking a consumption curve. You know, consumption curve starts from y-axis. Consumption curve start from y-axis. Here level of income. Then one more panel we need because we have to derive a saving curve, right? This panel we will get saving curve. How we can derive? So we studied saving curve has three situations. One is positive, next one negative, the third situation is s is equal to 0, that is break even point. So if we find out break even point from this part, from this consumption panel, definitely we can derive break even point for saving curve also. Okay. So what is s is equal to 0? When s will become equal to 0 means we know when level of income is equal to consumption, that time saving is equal to 0. Level of income is equal to consumption. Income is 500, consumption also 500 means 500 is equal to 500, that shows saving is equal to 0. So we have consumption curve. We are going to find out a break even point from this panel. Then we can derive saving curve for this panel. Okay, y is equal to c. C we have c. Then what is y? Y curve is AS. AS is identical to income. So we can take aggregate supply curve for y. So here y is equal to c. We are getting y is equal to c, that is break even point. Okay. This is our income curve. Like this, extend to income curve. Otherwise here also we can do. Okay, together also we can give. Based upon this point you have to intersect. That's wrong. This is our saving curve. Okay. So we derived. Here we are getting one break even point, that is s is equal to 0. So once more, listen, derive saving curve. Now I am going to do the same panel, not in separate. First you should think about y is equal to c. From there we are getting s is equal to 0 or break even point. Okay. So first consumption curve. Consumption curve, then AS. This intersected point shows